Hi, welcome. My name is Angelina, and you're watching my end of the month K-pop review for June. So, entering July, we are kind of at the halfway mark for the middle of the year. That was so awkward to say. We're halfway there. So let me know if you feel like it went by so fast or if it was painfully slow. As M Black said in their hit song Cry, time is too slow for me, baby. So for me, it's just painfully long. But I digress. Today, we're going to take a look at the K-pop debuts and comebacks for the month of June. And we're going to rank them using my super fancy tier ranking system. But this month, we changed some of the tiers. We moved some of them and we added a new one and took out the neutral tier. Because, fun fact, we just need to be more divisive, right? So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. But before we get into the tier explanation, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. Make sure you're subscribed. You see that red button underneath me? Unless you're in full screen mode, are you trying to make me look like an idiot? Okay, let's talk about the new tier system. There's really only just a couple of changes, so we'll get through it quite quickly. So of course, at the top of this tier ranking, we have Big Booty Bop. These are songs that I just obsessively listen to. The first time I hear them, there's just something about them, and I just continuously play them over and over again. Then below that, of course, we have Cup of Milk. These are for songs that, they're good, right? They're good. They're still on our playlist. We're still listening to them, but just maybe not as obsessively. They have a shorter shelf life, which is then followed by Second Gen Vibes. These are songs that they're nice too. They might not be on our playlist actually, but we appreciate them from far. Followed by Grower Not a Shower. So this tier used to be a lot lower. People said it should be higher. I thought that makes sense. And because I actually took away my neutral tier, let's put it higher. Grower are for songs that, at first we might not have liked. Maybe in some instances we actually fucking hated these songs. But through peer pressure, whatever the case may be, we ended up liking them a lot more. And hey, some of these songs end up on our playlist anyways. So it's here. Which is followed by the newest tier, the Forgettable tier. These are songs, it's almost like the neutral tier. Do we love or hate these songs? No, because we actually don't remember what these sound like, so how could we make an opinion? But I want to emphasize that they're not like terrible songs, right? Because we have tiers for the terrible songs, but these songs are just like we don't remember them, right? They're literally forgettable. Like, what does it sound like? I don't remember. That's how insignificant it was for me anyways. So let me know if you like the addition of this tier, which is then followed by everyone's favorite tier, YG's Dungeon, which are just songs I would shove right back into the dungeon to simmer a little bit more. They need a little work. I would change things about these songs. And then, of course, our last tier, not my cup of tea. There's simply songs that I don't like, I wouldn't listen to. Simple as that. So with those tiers out of the way, let's finally get into the video. Starting off with aespa's English release, Life's Too Short, from their upcoming album, Girls. Described as a bright song with a memorable guitar riff that expresses a hopeful message. I hope that is foreshadowing something. Because honestly, I feel like nobody was really talking about this song. When literally any other, okay, maybe not. When all of their other songs aside from Forever came out, I just feel like it was like, it had like that viral quality to it. Whereas, Forever and Life's Too Short, I feel like they're on the same wavelength where they're there. It's not super hard hitting, so I feel like people aren't really, there's not like a killing point. In the choreography, Black Mamba, they're literally going to the floor. Next Level, I have no idea why that went viral, but it did. But like, those songs had those qualities to them that I feel like Life's Too Short went completely under the radar, which is understandable because it's more on the mellow side, despite how hard they went with that choreography, even though I feel like the song is very undanceable. And fair enough, you can dance to anything. I understand that you can literally dance to anything, but when it comes to K-pop dances, sometimes I find they'll have like songs that are damn near ballads, and they'll have like a hard-hitting choreography to it, and you're just like, just sit down. Like, you can sit down, it's fine. Like, the 12-year-olds might complain, but like, just it's okay, it's fine. I find K-pop companies do this quite often, and I think it's to keep people's attention, right? Because back in second gen, you could release a ballad as a title track, and that was totally fine. Songs that don't necessarily need a choreography have choreographies that I feel don't really match the song. But anyways, you can let me know how you feel about that. Other than that, I will say the song did have very beautiful vocals. That's what did stand out to me. I just don't think it was enough, because if you ask me, you know, what does the song sound like? I really don't remember. I remember them talking about like being themselves and they're gonna do themselves. But that's the extent of it. That's literally it. There was nothing that really stood out to me. So do I regret this experience? No, I don't. I don't regret spending 3 minutes and 7 seconds of my life experiencing this. It was nice. So for that reason, very fittingly, I think we can make use of our forgettable tier. And that's where I'm going to put Life's Too Short. But their album hasn't come out yet. So we're expecting their album Girls to come out, I think, the 8th of July. I could be wrong. I'll try to correct it. But is there going to be like a title track? Because as far as I know, this is their English title track. But is there going to be like a title track? That's my real question. Because right now I'm only seeing teasers for the album. Do you know what I mean? Or is Girls the title track to... Fuck if I could... Moving on to Secret Number's Doomchita from their 4th single album of the same name. So Doomchita is a song that brings out Secret Number's powerful performance with an addictive trap beat and powerful brass sounds. The girl group confidently conveys the lyrics that state there's only one me in the world. I actually made a reaction to this for my channel members, just putting it out there. Did I? I tried to, and it got blocked literally worldwide. So if you wonder maybe why you haven't seen any reactions to this, it's because UMG's a bitch. Or is it just me? Am I the only one that got blocked? It's literally blocked worldwide. I couldn't show it to anybody. I had to upload it to Google Drive. But anyways, I feel like a lot of people didn't love this song, at least from some of the comments that I read. But I genuinely enjoyed a lot of the elements. And some people said it reminded them of Blackpink, which maybe that's why like I'm recognizing some of those elements. There's a part, I think it's the bridge of the song, it really reminded me of Blackpink's How You Like That, but more on a vibe level, if that makes sense. So not necessarily that they sound the same, but the vibe is reminiscent. So don't tear me apart. With that said, I do think this is an improvement from their previous works, which is odd to say because I feel like they started off super strong, super high quality. What's that boom? I got that boom? Secret Number. Where's their literal fucking debut? Come on, guys. Got that boom. Jesus, that was a fucking roller coaster. Anyways, I feel like they started off super strong with Got That Boom, you know, quality wise, and then somehow it was going a little bit downhill. You know, Fire Saturday just felt a little uncharacteristic of them. And then Doomchita, I feel like it's a little bit in the middle, but I'm seeing those improvements. There's still some like more raw aspects to it, but I did enjoy them. For example, like the singing in unison part. I really enjoyed that part. And to be honest, with the excess auto-tune, it was giving a lot of second gen vibes. So actually, that's where I'm going to rank it. I'm going to rank it into second gen vibes because if it randomly played, I don't think I would skip it. I really don't hate this song. Now we have Woo-ah and their comeback with Danger from their first mini album titled Joy. This song compares their love interest to Candy, saying there is nothing sweeter than them as they sing, I'm in love, I'm in danger. At first listen, I didn't love it. I felt the instrumentals were a little eerie, shall we say. It was a little bit off-putting while also trying to pair it with this cute concept. So in that sense, I wasn't really sure what to make of it, but there's no denying that this song has an addictive quality to it. So at first listen, I was just like, yeah, it's not really my thing. But then, you know, the whole I'm in love, I'm in danger, and that beat drop, it kind of just really reeled me in. I would almost describe this as a toned down mix of like an NCT song if they did cute concepts like Twice. So let me know if you agree with that analogy. Like, can you picture it? Now the ending did feel a little bit random and there were some aspects of the song that I felt like I would change. We're going to put this into YG's Dungeon because, you know, I like it, but there's some things that I would change, but it didn't grow on me to the point where I would probably listen to it. But I do admit there is an addictive quality to it. Okay, so let's discuss BTS's comeback with Yet to Come, parenthesis, the most beautiful moment from their anthology album, Proof. Someone tell me what the hell anthology means. I could Google it, but we need to film this right now. I remember reading that this song uses like chipmunk soul sampling style, and then I went into the song thinking like, oh, it's gonna be like a little hyper poppy, and then it really wasn't. And to this day, I still really don't know what that is referencing. Like, where is this chipmunk soul sampling? Because if it's there, I don't notice it, or it's really subtle, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just not observant, but I was really expecting something like a little hyper poppy, I love K-pop hyper pop songs. There's only one I know of, but I think that's enough to want more. But anyways, this is an alternative hip hop track that expresses a hopeful message. So at first, it's weird because I'm like, okay, there's some elements that are nice, right? But is this really a song that I would gravitate towards or reach out for? I don't really think so. I think it's a very special song for their fans. But for me, I just wouldn't really listen to it. So I'm going to put it as not my cup of tea. But don't tell anyone, for God's sakes. Now we have BugAboo, who had their first comeback with Pop, which is from their second single album of the same name. So this song hits you immediately with some excitement and shows the group's determination to reel you in with their explosive nature. I wrote that myself, just saying. There is a real press release, so we'll read that though. So, get this. Pop is a pop song. Strangely, I've heard that before. For Nayeon's Pop, it literally says that as well. Pop is a pop song. Sick. The song is described as having a powerful energy and an addictive beat, which I can definitely get behind. But the most interesting descriptor is the song makes listeners feel exhilarated, like how one feels after tasting the sweet and thrilling pops of popping candy. I thought that was really interesting because at first listen, like it just hit me really hard. Now going through the lyrics super briefly, I don't remember there being any mentions of candy in particular, but just like the mention of it making you feel like you're experiencing popping candy, I think is so accurate. It was hard hitting from the beginning with a really nice chorus and did have very strong second gen vibes, like genuine second gen vibes. And this is something I've been noticing, so it's a trend I'm predicting. Originally, I had predicted that a 90s sound would be super trendy. We really haven't seen any of them, but you know what? I think 2010 is where it's at because I'm seeing a lot more auto-tune and people are noticing more choruses, whereas before there would be more beat drops. Now there's like full vocal choruses and everything. And this song in particular feels very much like a mix between Kesha and ITZY. Can you picture it? Let me know. So I think 2010 is very accurate, and I think second gen vibes is very fitting, so that's exactly where we're gonna put it. I do think it could rank higher over time because it is really fun as a song, but also let me know what you think of my prediction. Do you think more second gen sounding songs are going to be more popular as time goes on? Maybe a nice little trend prediction for end of 2022 into 2023, or do you think it's just like a little random and we periodically hear songs that are very reminiscent of second gen? On to Drippin's Zero from their second single album, Villain Zero. Described as a song that expresses the inner division within the protagonist from the world created by Drippin's Villains era, using the track's heavy atmosphere along with the layered harmony and trap beat. I was confused immediately by the lyrics with the repetition of I can be zero or I can be one, because it just felt like they couldn't decide, because even in the chorus, like, we can go up or we can go down. Like, which is it? What is, I don't understand. And then I found out the song just has pick me vibes with lyrics that say undefinable, should category be defined, put me in, etc. I'm willing to be extra. I love it though, it's fine. Exquisite lyricism, don't get me wrong. Take that with a grain of salt, we're just joking around. Sometimes I will say like second gen idols wore heels, and then suddenly it's turned into she literally said third gen and fourth gen idols should never wear heels, and that only second gen idols are allowed to wear heels. And I'm like, oh, and I didn't say that, but that's an interesting take. So I can just picture people be like, she thinks boy groups are pick-me's. I digress. Exquisite lyricism aside, I did enjoy the we can go up part. And I felt like it was building up to something really nice, but it didn't quite follow through for me. So I kind of got lost within the song, but I did enjoy the vibe of it all, especially after the bridge. So I have no choice but to put this into YG's Dungeon, because I would just base the entirety of the song off of the bridge, you know, just extend it after that, and then it would be a little bit more up my alley at least. Okay, so I already made a whole video reviewing Nayeon's debut with Pop. From her solo album, I'm Nayeon, or what's her name? Is her name Im Nayeon? Or is it like actually I'm Nayeon? I'm a terrible one. What's her full name? Okay. Oh, it's her name, Im Nayeon, okay? All the ones is like, we don't fucking care. How did you not know her last name? I'm sorry. But let's discuss it briefly. So again, Pop is a pop song. And unfortunately, immediately forgettable. I listened to this quite a bit because I did review it, and then I did make an Instagram post about it. So when I make an Instagram post, like obviously naturally you hear it a couple of times, still don't remember what it sounds like. Every time I think of Pop by Nayeon, I am literally singing Vivi's Bop Bop. And not to drag anyone into this, but Bop Bop was forgettable to begin with, so I don't know how that happened. But people with the song have been saying that she's bringing back the pop in K-pop, and that, you know, with this chorus, it's the most K-pop sounding song they've heard, which I think is interesting. You know, maybe, I don't know what they mean by that. Do you mean that it feels like third gen? Or Gen 2.5 to an extent? Like, what do we mean by this? I need to know. Because personally, I don't know if it's because I'm reviewing all these songs month to month. You know, those choruses never really left us. I don't know. But let me know what we mean by this. And I'm sorry, I love her. I love her so much. She is my third bias in Twice. But forgettable, I'm so sorry. Now let's take a look at Dawn's comeback with Stupid Cool. This is a rock-based dance song, and it's a special serenade, which is a gift to a lover, and wittily expresses that he is in love in a stupid but cool way. Which I thought was interesting because in the lyrics themselves, he expresses, you know, you might think this is like stupid, but like I'm stupid but cool. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like a typical lovey-dovey song, but it's Dawn, so he's fucking cool. I get it. I mean, I don't think love songs are stupid, but I mean, I think no matter what Dawn does, he's like the epitome of cool. I love his style. I love the innovation. Do you know what I mean? We don't see that very often anymore. I hate to consistently bring second gen into this, but like that's interesting. Like, that's visually interesting. Maybe it's a lot, but like, damn. And I feel like Dawn is the modern day representation of those second gen styles. He's not afraid to pair weird shit together, and it looks amazing in my opinion. And I miss that era of K-pop where shit was random as hell, which is why when I said the styling for Zimzalabim was actually amazing, well thought out, and perfect, I got publicly berated. But I will not back down. New video coming, why Zimzalabim styling was impeccable. Anyways, this song had like everything I wanted in a song, except me not really liking it. I know, I wanted to love it. I wanted to love it because I love Dawn. I love his innovation, his styling, everything. I mean, he literally even mentioned lovebirds in the lyrics, and I still just, it wasn't catching on with me. So though I don't love the song, I really appreciate everything about it. The quirkiness, the colors, all that jazz. So I really have no choice but to still rank it high enough into second gen vibes. You know, if it randomly played, I might skip it. I don't know. This is where the neutral tier might have came in handy. We're just gonna leave it in second gen vibes. You can argue with me in the comments. Okay, let's now move on to Kep1er and their first comeback with Up from their mini album Dublast. I kept thinking of Dublin for some reason. I'm like, what the fuck does Dublast mean? And I think it's double blast. I don't know. The title of this does not come close to First Impact. First Impact, just, it was perfect. I don't know what the fuck dub blast means. Anyways, Up is described as a summery song that meshes rhythmical funk house and soulful house genres. This was another song that I think had some very strong second gen vibes. I didn't love it. That being said, I really don't remember what it sounds like. I just remember the strong second gen vibes. So I think we have no choice but to make use of the Forgettable tier. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something, it just doesn't stand out to me personally. And I feel like much like aespa's Life Too Short, there wasn't a lot of discussion surrounding it, not unlike their debut, do you know what I mean? So I'm sorry, but yeah, it's gonna go into Forgettable. Up next, we have another summery song, this time with Loona and their comeback with Flip That. This is from their mini album of the same name. This is an energetic and catchy song with a UK house bass and expresses determination to flip the world upside down. Loona's concept was so dreamy and so fairy-like. The instrumentals in the chorus tickled my brain, literally. I was listening to it and I was like, oh, okay. Truthfully, from the first verse though, I was kind of ready to write this song off. I just didn't think it was my thing, you know? But then the chorus came and I was like, oh, it's really nice. However, you know, I kind of added it to my playlist, but then I never really went back to listen to it. Let's listen to it briefly. Wait. Ooh, I was gonna put it into Forgettable because I literally didn't remember what it sounded like, but then I refreshed my memory and that part paired with those instrumentals that again tickle your brain. We're gonna have to put it into Grower for sure. It's definitely a grower. Next up, we have Kard, who came out with their comeback Ring the Alarm from their 5th mini album Re. This is a Moombaton song. I wrote Moobaton with the rhythmical bass sounds that create the atmosphere of enjoying this new moment. The synthesizer and guitar sounds also give the song summer vibes. So I'm not too sure about the summer vibes. Do you know what I mean? In a general sense, would I put this on my pool party play? I probably I would put it on my pool party playlist, but if I was making a general summer playlist, I don't know if I would put it on this, but more specifically, I might to an extent put this on a summer nights playlist, you know what I mean? It's more, I think it's darker than summery vibes. Maybe a hot summer night playlist. I feel like that fits a lot better than just summer vibes. I think it's a little too general and it needs a little bit more specification. But the song, it's beautiful. I love it. I love everything. The vocals, stunning. And of course, I love how their voices just contrast each other so perfectly. From first listen, I fell in love with the song and I have been listening to it obsessively. So I think we have our first big booty bop this month. Yay! So yeah, Kard's Ring the Alarm 100% goes into big booty bop. I've been, on a side note, I've been super into rhythmic gymnastics. Obsessed. I'll watch anything with Dina and Arina Averina. I'll watch anything with Margarita Mamoon. I'm just obsessed. So this song, I can just picture the most beautiful ribbon and clubs routine. My favorite line is, what you want, what you need, I'll deliver. I believe him. I feel like he would come through with his word. He wouldn't let me down. Why would he say that otherwise? You know what I mean? He's telling the truth. That's how I feel. Now we have XG's first comeback as well with Mascara. And their company has been keeping me on their PR list, so let's see what they had to say about the song. Mascara stands as an anthem for the next generation. Emboldened with confidence and passion, Mascara evokes strength, unity, and friendship. The bold defiance in the line, "Don't mess with my mascara," captures the fresh and fearless spirit of XG. Nobody is going to make them cry. I was gonna make a joke about waterproof mascara, but I literally have the Heroin Make Long and Curl Mascara, super waterproof. And let me tell you, this shit still fucking smudges. I didn't even cry, nothing. Why is it smudging? I need help. Rant aside, it just smudges. Why is it smudging? So we all remember Tippy Toes, right? I feel like that was a very strong debut. And now we have Mascara. So the chorus definitely had some SM vibes, some strong SM vibes. It was like a little off-putting, do you know what I mean? But I did really like the whole, you know, it's my party, I'll cry when I want to, or cry if I want to. This is actually a reference to an old song. I remember this. Leslie Gore's It's My Party. It just feels like such a power move. I don't know. So there's so many elements that I love. Like, it just feels so badass. But this type of instrumental in particular is definitely one that takes me a little bit of time to warm up to. My friend mentioned this sounded like Meghan Trainor's Me Too. So I'm going to play them side by side so you can kind of get the feeling of it.
If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. It's my party. I can cry when I want to. Cry when I want to.
As for where I'd place it, it's like, it's a mix between YG's Dungeon and Grower. Here's the thing, I've so rudely disorientated myself by messing with my own tears that they don't make sense to me anymore, so bear with me. You know, the Grower tier used to be synonymous with songs that were so bad they're good, because I do find it quite addictive and interesting. But there's a few things that I would change. For example, I love the It's My Party section, and I would just have that as, you know, the chorus. I would completely omit the, you know, are you gonna let him pay? Are you gonna let him stay part? So I don't know. I don't know if I should put it into YG's Dungeon or Grower, because, you know, it did end up on my playlist at the end of the day. So I think we'll just stick with Grower. Moving on to Fromus 9 and their comeback with Stay With Me. Stay With Me? Is it called Stay With Me or Stay This Way? Who wrote this script? Moving on to Fromus' 9 comeback with Stay This Way from their new mini album From Our Memento Box. Described as a song with funky bass sounds and an addictive chorus that expresses the feelings of wanting to enjoy the sound of the waves after going on an unplanned vacation while leaving our repetitive lives behind. Oh, how I long for something new. The summer vibes are really nice. Incredibly enjoyable. I was gonna say defiantly enjoyable. I mean, that sounds really dramatic. Maybe we'll go with it. The first thing that definitely stood out, vocals, beautiful. The thing is, at first listen, I didn't love it, but then I made an Instagram post for it, and I kept wanting to make these little edits. I'm like, do I want this to be like a 30-second video or like a 40-second video? So I just kept making edits. So naturally, I heard the chorus like 100 times and fell in love with it. And I think that truly is the definition of a grower. So that's exactly where we're gonna put it, but just know that it is on my playlist, and I do really enjoy this song. Sunmi had a comeback with Heartburn from her digital single 37 Degrees. After watching the mood sampler for this, I realized it's kind of a continuation of Porapipam, but Heartburn being a more upbeat version. Do you know what I mean? I keep saying, do you know what I mean? Well, do you? Which was confirmed in the press release, basically saying that Heartburn is the day version of Porapipam. So I was intrigued with the teaser, for sure, which featured her frolicking around with orange hair near a pool playing a guitar. I would really like to dye my hair orange as well and have a pool, but we'll talk about that later. I love a lot of elements of this, and it's quite dreamy, ethereal. That being said, I think I'll just safely put this one into second gen vibes, because I wouldn't skip it if it randomly played. So of course I had to include Pixy in this video. So let's take a look at their song Villain from their third mini album Reborn. So much like the album's name, the song explores being reborn in maybe a more literal way, with lyrics that say, "Baby, I just lost my memory in the new life." Described as a cinematic, fresh crossover between disco and glitch, this song narrates about a breakaway from fairies and Pixie's rebirth to bring evils to justice. With creepy vibes and a distinctive voice that says villain before the chorus, I found this song to be intriguing. But I'm just not sure that I would personally listened to it. So I don't know, not my cup of tea or Forgettable. I think, okay, I do really like that voice that says villain. But otherwise, I don't think I like this song. So I'm gonna put this into not my cup of tea, unfortunately. Maybe the neutral tier would have been really useful right now. Now we have our first debut with Girls' World and their song Rapunzel, which seems to feature ICU or two members of ICU. This is a little confusing and there wasn't a ton of readily available information. But let's talk about it, because this song felt like a G-Friend song. If G-Friend didn't have a budget, and I'm not trying to be shady because I did enjoy the vibes, you know? The thing is, if the production was a little bit better though, I could have mistaken this for a G-Friend song, and that's where I'm left conflicted, because like I don't know which G-Friend song, but it almost like I feel like even down to some of the lyrics, I'm like, is this a G-Friend song? Like, is this ethical? Like, I feel like I can recognize a whole lot of G-Friend song within this. So if you were a stan, let me know if there's like a specific song, because I can't shake that feeling. So for me, I was originally gonna put it into YG's Dungeon, because I just thought, you know, if we had better production, we could work on this, okay? And possibly throw it into a plagiarism detector just to be safe. But I just know that I would lose my job if I put this above BTS, so not my cup of tea. Now we have Wonho's comeback with Crazy from his mini album Facade.
Go crazy. Never let it stop.
Described as a funky dance song that features various arrangements that explode with energy and a groovy drum bass line. I loved the beginning of this song. I really felt it was going to set us up for that type of song, this type of energy. And then it decided to go a completely different direction. It was more moody, it was darker. And I was just sat there like, what happened to this beginning? That was like really intriguing. And the voice did come back, but overall it was kind of like a roller coaster of a song. But not a roller coaster I wanted to be on. I cannot believe we almost forgot Hyun's comeback. What kind of stan am I? Literally nobody said it was coming out today. I'm appalled. Oh, so it's just a performance then. Doesn't count. Sorry. It doesn't count. There's no music video. It doesn't count. We don't have time for this. Okay, so that is basically it for the review section of this video. Now we're going to move on to my monthly playlist, which features songs that didn't necessarily come out this month, but I've nevertheless been enjoying. So this is my playlist, the monthly playlist on Spotify. You can go follow me. You can go follow the playlist. We're at 137 likes. It was at 138. I see you guys unliking it, and I'd like to know why. What is the feedback? What is it? Is it because it's random as hell? It doesn't follow a theme. I need to know. Let's go to. I don't really remember. First, let's look at some statistics, actually. My top artists this month, I literally only have 3. So I have 17, Anita and Bad Bunny. I really didn't listen to anything. Like, I listened to the same songs over and over again. I'm surprised Weedus isn't in here, to be honest. Then my top tracks this month are Teenage Dirtbag, Without You Beatbox, Ojitos Lindos. Okay. So the first song we have is Down by Jessie, which is interesting because when it first came out, I did follow the performances and everything, but I didn't love the song. But this time, definitely going on to my summer K-pop playlist. Rock With You. 17 Rock With You, what can I say? Amazing. This truly helped me develop my love for hyperpop. It's the only hyperpop. It's the second hyperpop song I love in this world. But this makes me want to like advocate for more hyperpop songs in K-pop. Like we need another one. Do you know of any? Recommend me if you know any hyperpop K-pop songs. I can actually imitate their voices so well in this song. I have video proof. Maybe one day I'll share it with you. Especially Sana. Anyways, I missed this twice. I miss them so much. Not like not that this concept, like I love this concept. I just feel like 2020, was it 2020? I think it was 2020. I just missed 2020 K-pop. It's so much better than 2022. Moving on. TikTok brought me here. This was Destiny. So I was watching Girl from Plainville and they played this song. And I remember hearing it, I think, on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And I remember liking it on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And I tried to listen to the original and I was like, no, this sucks. And then Girl from Plainville played and I was like, this song just is like, there's something about this song. So I listened to the original and for some reason I didn't think it sucked this time. I don't know. It's just like the ultimate, like, I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. I love it. I love it. I also picture an artistic gymnastics floor routine to this. I don't know where I heard this song. I think it started playing randomly on a playlist and I just fell in love. It really, if we had a summer night playlist, but like vibey summer nights, because I remember saying Kard's Ring the Alarm would be like a hot summer night playlist. I don't think they're on the same level. They're like different. So this would be like a vibey summer night. And that's it. I really didn't listen to a lot this month. But yeah, that is basically it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I don't know, what kind of emoji should you leave? A summer themed emoji, a beach emoji. As for, I'm going to get going, but don't forget to also subscribe to this channel, like, comment, share this video with friends you don't have. And you can also become a channel member by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button. These are my channel members, the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm gonna get going and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.